𝗤𝗲𝗔𝗹𝗵𝗲 Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure what's really happening to. I'm not sure what's really happening. I'm ruling out network problem. But I'm just saying there is someone tampering with the account. I went logged onto 𝗣𝗲𝗳𝗶𝘰𝗶𝘁𝗶 account, making a presentation on there, and suddenly I was cut off. Should I say, Baba Maxwell? I was suddenly cut off. Then I went back again, tried to make this presentation work, but did not work. It suddenly went off. One reason probably could be there are people calling whilst I'm making a presentation, and that makes it difficult for me to answer those calls when I'm live on Facebook, because the same phone that you are calling on is the same phone that I'm using to access live streaming. So as a result, it could be congestion or traffic. I don't really understand what goes around, and eventually I will lose transmission or communication. Anyway, that is not the. I need to quickly look at its own and the murderers ED, the biggest Tsokolosh currently living. Thank you so much, Bra Max. We all know. We want to look at who are the owners of the Al-Shabaabs. You still remember a group known as Al-Shabaab, which operated in Midlands around �11𝗠𝗠𝗠𝗠𝗠, which was killing people. Politically, they were being used politically to kill people during that era, especially towards elections. We still remember the 𝗠𝗠𝗠, a terror group that was known as Al-Shabaab. And which is the same terror group that is transformed into a machete group, and we really understand who owns that group. Right, so I'm going to look into what MDC so far has gone through. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that MDC is a political party, a very big opposition political party in Zimbabwe. We have never had such an opposition in our country. This is first of its kind. MDC is first of its kind in the history of Zimbabwe. Because if you look, where MDC has spent now 20 years trying to establish a democratic environment which will see transformation of power from a loser to a winner, in a manner that people will shake hands to say, oh, congratulations, you are the winner. You've got 5 years to run this country. So let's see what we have for this country. This is the opposition political party that we were all itching for, a non-violent opposition political party. A political party that has preached peace ever since its formation. No matter that from its quarters, a lot of people were saying, let's fight back. But opposition, MDC, has never taken it that side that we should fight back. It is the only political party in the world with a large number of opponents killed without fighting back. If you go to other countries, they can get arms to fight the government, but MDC has never done that. Houses were burnt down, children were killed, women were raped, and people were killed by Zanu PF. But MDC never took even a day to retaliate all these killings. They just kneel down and pray, say, God, help us. This is the type of opposition that we all had since 2000. It's 20 years now. If you count how many people Zanu PF has killed so far, how many people Zanu PF has sent to prison, political prisoners, how many people have been displaced by Zanu PF. Most of guys you see on this platform, we talk outside this country because we were displaced by Zanu PF. There are also Zanu PF people who fled from their misgovernance, who are all over diaspora. You understand? They fled their misgovernance. Imagine that they can't even, the children don't have confidence with their parents' administration. If my father is a president, if my father is a minister, if my father works for a higher office in Zimbabwe, why should I be in diaspora? Because I should be sprucing his image. I should be fighting for the better of his image, to say, look, we are the children of government officials. We are running the government. We are here in the country. We are trying to make our ends meet. But Zanu PF is the only ruling party in the world which has got more of its people outside the country. More of Zanu PF people are outside the country. I can say a lot of their children, a lot of their supporters have fled their misrule, and they are supporting their fathers from outside the country, you understand, where they are enjoying democracy. So I'm looking at whatever things happened so far in Zimbabwe. I just want to make this video short, download it and post it on YouTube so that a lot of people can access this information. I'm not going to make it long. I'll just make it about 30 or so minutes so that people won't be bored listening to it. Right, so the first portion of this presentation, I'm going to talk about the MDC. Right, then the second part, I'm going to talk about the rogue police force, or the black, we call them black demons. We are going to talk about the black demons. We will look into the modern day Zimbabwe. And finally, who owns, or can I say, I'm trying to summarize what I need to say so that it becomes clear. The whole country, I'm trying to say the whole country knows exactly who gave birth to this machete gang and who owns this machete gang. Atete Olivia, how are you, Atete Peshi? Sharo, how are you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, so I'm going to look first into the movement for democratic change, as I've done in my introduction, to say, look, it is the only political party in the world that has used a democratic means to try and achieve governance. And they have been killed. They never killed anyone. They have been incarcerated. They never incarcerate anyone. They have been tossed left, right, and center by these black demons. But MDC has stood steadfast as a hello, Professor Mapendera. How are you, my brother? I'm well. I'm trying to just make. What's your Tube channel? Right. Thank you, Sharo. My Tube channel, you just go type Shepherd Yuda, then it comes up. I want you guys to try and subscribe to that channel, because why? I've been trying to make live videos via YouTube. YouTube is accessed by a lot of people, the presidents of this world, the political parties of this world, ordinary citizens. They have accessed the YouTube. So I am trying to say, if you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, then it will be a good idea, because at the moment it cannot allow me to do live streams from the YouTube channel, because I've got less than 1,000 subscribers. So we need people to subscribe to that YouTube channel. I'll try to get a link and post it on my Facebook page. But unfortunately, at the moment, I've got 3 weeks of suspension. I can't post anything on YouTube. Those who can text me on my WhatsApp, you can text me on my WhatsApp page, and I will give you the link, because I can't write anything on my Facebook page. It has been blocked for 30 days or 4 weeks to be precise, or a month. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want this video to be accessed by a lot of people, because I'm going to talk about the movement for democratic change, the MDC. I'm going to talk about, first of all, I'll look into the MDC. Second, I'll look into the rogue police force we call the Black Demons. And then third, we'll look into the modern Zimbabwe. And finally, who owns the Mashurugwi people. So, first of all, we are looking at a part we all know as Movement for Democratic Change, which was led by President Morgan Tsvangirai. Unfortunately, our premier passed on in 2018 February, and we were left with none other than Nelson Chamisa, who is the current president of the MDC. Nelson Chamisa commands the largest number of people in any opposition in the world. We are looking at the ratio of Zimbabweans to other countries and the number that have voted MDC or that support MDC. Nelson Chamisa in the world is the only opposition political member who commands the largest number of supporters as an opposition. Right. So this means Nelson Chamisa is a key figure in the politics of Zimbabwe. Whether you like it or not, he is a key figure in the politics of our country. Literally, Nelson Chamisa is a banned politician in Zimbabwe. Why I'm saying Nelson Chamisa is a banned politician in Zimbabwe, I can say, you guys, can you tell me when was MDC last grouped, in fact, or when were they last allowed to hold a meeting or to hold a rally? I can't remember when they were last allowed, maybe a year or a year and a half ago. Since then, they have been denied to group, they've been denied to gather as MDC, they've been denied to inform its members. We have got members of parliament who want to gather their people and feed back to their constituencies. They are not allowed to do that, because they are MDC, members of parliament, are not even allowed to give feedback to their constituencies. They can't gather people. They have been literally banned from this country. So a lot of people were sending me messages to say, Shepherd, look, why can't MDC change its strategies? Because this democracy works in a democratic environment. It doesn't work in a military environment where soldiers feel that they've got a right to run a country. They've got soldiers, they want to defend the country and they want to run the country. These are two different duties. Defending a country and running a country. These are two different duties. And soldiers must confine themselves to their duties of defending Zimbabwe, not to the duties of running a country. They are not very good. They are not good. They can't form a very good president. Soldiers have got no this flair of running a country. We have seen it in the countries where soldiers run countries. Look at DRC, it's war, no peace. Look at Liberia, it just got peace because of George Weah. Look at Côte d'Ivoire, no peace. Look at all these countries run by soldiers. There's no peace there. And Zimbabwe can't be exception. It's a country run by soldiers. There is no peace in Zimbabwe. No peace in Zimbabwe. So there is people were saying we need to change our tactics or approach to our politics, because we are dealing with a military junta, and that military junta must be dealt with accordingly. This is what the Zimbabweans are saying. So literally MDC is banned. When was the last gathering allowed? If anyone here knows, please, you can tell me. When was the last gathering, MDC gathering, allowed in Zimbabwe? If there's anyone who knows, please tell me. You know, all what Zanu PF is doing is using what we call scare tactics. This regime is falling apart. It's falling apart and has failed to run Zimbabwe. They have set themselves highest goals that any political party can set for themselves. And it's now clear that whatever they set as their objectives in 2018 elections, they are not going to achieve anything. They are not going to achieve any of those objectives. So now they are frustrated. They are trying to use scare tactics to try to scare the nation that they should not be scrutinized. And they are not allowing Zimbabweans to think. They don't want you people to analyze them. They don't want you people to look into their promises and say, look, you promised to deliver quality health care. Where is quality health care? They don't want to be scrutinized in that manner to the extent that they are using any tactic that they feel like they can use to scare you not to talk. Right. So for years, MDC has tolerated ZRP's terrorist tendencies. You all know, for years. If you look at Tsvangirai, was arrested and beaten by police. Although we later learned that there were Zanu PF youth who were clad in police uniforms. But the image of the country to the whole world, they say the Zimbabwe Republic Police. They don't say Zanu PF youth who were given police uniforms attacked the opposition president. They don't see it that way. What the image that a person who doesn't know Zimbabwe, who knows that, oh, that uniform is for a police force and that police force is attacking the opposition leader, they don't say these are youth. They say the police, Zimbabwe Republic Police Force. So at the end, that will promote isolation of the country, because no country will ever want to deal with a country like Zimbabwe where the police force is sent to attack opposition leaders, to beat them up into pulp. This is what Tsvangirai got when he was alive. So this MDC party has tolerated that for quite some time. These terrorist tendencies by Zanu PF and by the Zimbabwe Republic Police have been an ongoing thing to an extent of gruesomely murdering innocent civilians. If you look at recently, I think last year, there was this guy known as Hilton Tamangan who was murdered by this police, by the police. Understand? And nothing has been done up to now. No commission of inquiry, no coroner's report, nothing, no investigations were carried out. But this guy was shot. He was just a vendor selling matomatos, selling mangoes. He was shot and killed by the Zimbabwe police force. So the image of the Zimbabwe police force to the world is so bad, ladies and gentlemen. This has promoted isolation of the country, because definitely the way they police the country is not the way a professional police force is expected to react. So if we are looking at whatever happened today in the MDC head office, we are looking at a report where this guys, forgive me, I'm going to use stupid language here to say, look, an orangutan, referring to Linda Masarira. I refer to it as an orangutan. He's just like a chimpanzee or an orangutan chigudo chachi. Because last time, remember, I told you about a chimpanzee. A chimpanzee, when you look at chimpanzee, it looks like you. Chimpanzee walks on 2 feet and 4 feet. Chimpanzee can do anything, climb trees, climb everything. It's an intelligent animal. You take a chimpanzee, you train it to ride a bicycle, it will ride a bicycle. You take a chimpanzee, train it to go to the shops to buy you bread. It goes there every time you give it money to go and buy bread and bring back the money. But guess what happens to chimpanzee? Just give it a glass of wine or a beer to drink. It will erase everything that it has learned, and it will start afresh learning again. It will be wild. You understand? That's the problem with chimpanzees. Give it a pint of beer. Honestly, chimpanzees will forget everything that you taught. Even if you taught it for 20 years, it will forget everything. It will go totally blank. That is what chimpanzee does. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Anzi Mapinda Bazimai, or sorry, I didn't know that I'm live on Zimai. Anyway, let me try to be a bit professional, because I was talking about chimpanzees. It's a very funny animal. It's a very funny animal. If I look at like a woman like Linda Masarira, is a very funny animal. Give her a pint of beer, she forget everything. You know, chimpanzees, when you look at chimpanzees, this is a glass. You tell it, chimpanzee, this is a glass. And chimpanzee will listen to you that this is a glass. And you say, chimpanzee, there is a glass. You put your hand in there, showing chimpanzee that this is a glass. This is a glass. And you show chimpanzee that go fetch some water. You take chimpanzee, teach it to go to the tap, fetch some water, and drink the water. So it knows that this is a glass. With this hole or something, I don't know what you want to call it, gumbairo or whatever. Chimpanzee, you teach it that this is a glass. It's a glass. Go fetch water to go fetch water. Drink it to drink. Give me water to drink. Chimpanzee will do everything. But guess what? Take a pint of beer, give it to chimpanzee. It will forget everything. Or else, if you want to see that chimpanzee lacks common sense, I'm trying to describe how Linda Masarira behaves. She behaves like a chimpanzee. Once she gets a pint of beer, that's it. She forget everything. Right. Take this. She doesn't have common sense. Take this glass of water. I think a little bit of water in there. Put it upside down like this. Then tell chimpanzee that go get a glass of water. Chimpanzee will come here. If it does this and find that there is no hole on this glass, then it will tell you it can't find the glass, because it lacks common sense to see that this glass is put upside down. It means a lot. What I've said here means a lot. To those who can analyze this video, please analyze it. Right. So I'm looking at Zimbabwe Republic Police acting on unfounded allegations by this Linda Masarira, who behaves like a chimpanzee, who lacks common sense, who behaves exactly like a chimpanzee, who lacks common sense, who goes on to say that the machete gang are harbored, or the MDC harbor machete gangs. You know, it's something that if you wonder, if you think about it, you begin to think, does this girl, does this woman have common sense? Honestly, she doesn't have common sense. If I look at her, she behaves like a chimpanzee and orangutan. So, because how can you make false allegations against MDC? And we all know who owns the machete gang. The whole Zimbabwe knows who owns the machete gang. The whole Zimbabwe knows who owns Al-Shabaab. It's not MDC. MDC has never owned Al-Shabaab, has never owned these Mashurugwis. I've got some videos to show you, and I'm going to show you before I come to the end of this presentation. So we are looking at a rogue political part, like Zanu PF using Zimbabwe Republic Police, a rogue police force, a black demons. Let's call Zimbabwe Police black demons. These are demons. I am telling you, these are demons. These are demons. To be honest with you, this is a rogue police force. I've never seen such a police force in the world which behaves like what ZRP behaves. For your own information, why I call ZRP a rogue police force, first of all, is the way ZRP conduct its businesses in terms of crime scene investigations. Last time we saw the member of parliament Nduna, who went to a crime scene with the police At the crime scene, he was taking selfies, and there was a dead body, naked, raped by these al-Shabaabs or Mashurugwis, who was murdered. The victim was murdered by these people. And a member of parliament was busy taking selfies with a dead body behind him. There were police force there. There were police members. They never even cordoned the crime scene to say, look, let's preserve the crime scene, let's collect evidence and hunt for the perpetrators. They never did that. They allowed a member of parliament, they allowed members of public to go take pictures of a dead body. It's very unprofessional. We cannot say that we have got a police force which is so unprofessional. The way they conduct, to me, I'm looking at the way they conduct their crime scene investigations, and I'm condemning the whole Zimbabwe police force. This is not a police force. This is like a gang of... this is like a gang. It's not a police force. You understand what I mean? I'm looking at the way they conduct business to say, look, there's a murder, crime here, and there's a crime scene. There are dead bodies there. So you want to recover evidence to try to look for the suspects, and you are not going to look to find the suspects as long as the crime scene is contaminated. So they allow contamination of a crime scene, and we call those people professional police force. No, right? So I'm looking at this these black demons you call 𝗣𝗲𝗰, or this rogue police force you call 𝗣𝗲𝗰. This is not a police force. This is a wing, a Zanu PF wing. And you are right, because 𝗣𝗲𝗰 should. I'm Satan. I think it's not about network, but there is tampering of my Facebook page. Someone is tampering with it. What happened? Unakumbira any password. Someone is tampering with my network. It's not network, but my Facebook page. Let me quickly do this before they block it again. The reports, I know there are reports sent to Facebook about my presentations. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I can't let it slip off without analysis. So let me look at the rogue police force, or these black demons. Right. First of all, when they so first of all is when they went to Harvest House, Richard Tsvangirai house, they had a search warrant. In that search warrant, they wanted to search for matches in the MDC head office. So over 200 armed police officers in riot gear have descended on the MDC head office in Harare today. The black demons of this illegitimate government, Zanu PF government, ransacked the part offices. They ransacked the part offices. They were searching for matches. Guess what? They took computers with them. MDC computers. And I'm not sure whether if they are going to see the matches in the computers. People were saying, people were just joking to say, look, probably they are looking for information to revive the economy, because they know Chamisa is the only viable person in the country at the moment who can revive the economy, Zimbabwe economy. So probably they took away the computers to go and search for information to revive the Zimbabwe economy. I'm not sure, but honestly, what is stated on the search warrant and what they took away with them there are two different things. They took away with them computers, MDC computers, and I'm not sure if they got the matches. I'm not sure if they got it's a clear sign of provocation. The way they went there, barricaded the area. Surprisingly, they can't barricade a crime scene to smoothly facilitate investigations, but they can go barricade MDC head office and take away computers whilst they were looking for matches. This is the Zimbabwe Republic Police for you guys. This junta is, they are dangerously desperate now. They are dangerously desperate now. They claim, remember last time, they claimed to have recovered catapults, they claimed to have recovered stones, corner Nelson Mandela and Ines Terezu, where our former head of Robinson House, they claimed to have recovered police helmets there. You still remember about that circus. It's from a police force, which is supposed to be professional. And if you remember this issue of helmets, catapults, stones, where did it go? Nowhere. Nowhere. If you ask them, did you have a search warrant? Yes, they had a search warrant. For what? Weapons. And when they got there, they found helmets, which the police force sold to a certain businessman who ran a security company. And they claimed those helmets belonged to MDC. And the stones that they got somewhere, these quarry stones, they said they belong to MDC. And the catapults, they say they belong to MDC. This is the type of police force that we have in Zimbabwe. I don't dare to call these idiots black demons, madimoni, and remember in February 2019, the demons, they claimed that protesters stole their guns, and they said people were shot by the stolen guns. This is the same police force that we pin our hopes on for protection. This is, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, we pin our hopes on that type of police force for protection. It's a police force that demonstrators would go and steal weapons and steal police uniforms. And you understand what I'm saying here? If you go at a police station, right, for your own information, all police weapons, they are locked in an armory. If you see weapons outside an armory, they are weapons used by operating police members. Those are the only ones you see outside. Most of them are locked in a safe. An armory is like a safe. You can't access it. And when you see a police force saying 𝗣𝗲𝗰𝗶𝗶, then you begin to wonder what type of a police force we have in Zimbabwe. These black demons. Saka let me look at the modern day Zimbabwe. Let me consider the modern day Zimbabwe. I've been talking about the MDC. I've spoken about the Zimbabwe Republic Police, these demons, the way they are trying to provoke MDC into action, because the Zanu PF junta has failed to revive the Zimbabwe economy. If you looked at their 2018 election promises, they never achieved anything at the moment. Instead, they are wasting all the resources they have to stop MDC, to try and ban MDC from Zimbabwe. They can't even build bridges. They can't even provide the healthcare facilities. They can't even do anything. And they are fighting to lure Chamisa into a useless dialogue. A useless dialogue, of which a dialogue that I always say, if it result in a national transition authority, yes, then people would negotiate for a free and fair election, which will be run by all parties, not by Zanu PF alone. So, and since they have got the two-thirds majority, or three quarters of the parliamentarians, they can pass anything that they want. So I don't really understand why they want Chamisa for dialoguing. If they want the election, they've got the mandate to run Zimbabwe. Why can't they simply run Zimbabwe, provide whatever promises they made to the people, and show to the people that we've done this for you, we've done that for you, we've done that for you, we've done that for you, and so people can decide who they want to be led with. But instead of them concentrating on providing whatever promise they made to people of Zimbabwe, they are concentrating on destroying MDC. They are concentrating on banning MDC. They are concentrating on trying to make sure that MDC doesn't function. But they have got a mandate to develop Zimbabwe. It's a government that should be developing Zimbabwe. So looking at them in a modern day Zimbabwe, it's very unfortunate that Zanu PF is still using the propaganda manual of the early 80s. That's what the propaganda manual they're still using. And which worked during that time. It worked, we all know, because we had only one television station, we had only one radio station, and we had no smartphones where we can go live on Facebook and discuss what has just happened or before it happened. So during that time, this type of propaganda would work, but not today. It doesn't work today. So this is why I'm saying that's the problem of being led by people who were there in the 70s, whose software, whose upstairs software hasn't been updated to 21st century. They think that the Mao Zedong or Zedong propaganda used during then can still work in Zimbabwe, which is a no. It's a no, guys. It doesn't work like that. And the Zanu PF has to admit that when people have access to information at their fingertips, like what we do today, their type of propaganda or the quality of the method they use to try and overfeed the world or the nation with the propaganda, it will not work. It will not work, and it will never work. The way that Zanu PF is doing their propaganda today, it will never work, because we counter it as it images. If you look at what's happening today, or what happened today, or what is happening now, we can talk it now. We've spoken about it today. You understand? So the propaganda that Zanu PF is using is an old manual. It doesn't work in a modern era of technology where we have information at fingertips. So if we are looking at the modern day Zimbabwe as well, we look at the current president of Zimbabwe, who is ED, of course, we say is the current president of Zimbabwe, not by popular vote, but by barrel of a gun. That person, comparing him to the previous Mugabe, who used to run a sophisticated method of propaganda and an intelligent method of propaganda, compared to what is being done today. It's pathetic that it is running a comedy club. It's not a propaganda machinery. It's a comedy club, which when you look at it, they talk about 𝗗𝗲𝗰𝗲 in South Africa, saying 𝗗𝗲𝗰𝗲 is sponsoring MDC with machetes. Believe it or not. This is the propaganda that has been channeled today by Zanu PF, by Linda Masarira. Linda Masarira is the one who reported to the police that MDC doing a matches, and she took picture of Kanda Agabata's matches. This one is the sponsor of MDC matches, and the matches are in the Harvest House. You see what I'm trying to tell you guys, what I'm trying to show you. This type of propaganda does not work today, because apana asingazive 𝗗𝗲𝗰𝗲 panap. Apana asingazive 𝗗𝗲𝗰𝗲. The guy lives in South Africa. He's a refugee there. South Africa achishandira mhuri yake. For him kuti zoti 𝗗𝗲𝗰𝗲 asingakwanise kuzvitengera kana bhutsu, azotenga matches to supply the whole country aisa through MDC. That doesn't work, ladies and gentlemen. That type of propaganda aichashandi kuna Nick Mangwana. You understand? So it's like Nick Mangwana is trying to promote violence against this young man, anonzi 𝗗𝗲𝗰𝗲, and Kanda will be killed for nothing, because he doesn't even have mari yacho yekupinda even pa internet. Anozowana mari yekutenga matches for MDC. And the police, the whole police force, with senior ranks, with degrees, with doctors and professors, they deployed an army, deployed police force to go to search for those matches in computers. Instead, they took computers to search for matches inside computers. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work. These are just black demons. It doesn't work, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't work. So this current regime, ED, is running a comedy club. You can't compare it with the sophisticated and intelligent one that was being run by Robert Mugabe. And we saw the video. I'll show people these videos. So we've got a permanent secretary now for information, Anonzi Niki Mangwana. He's dizzy. You understand? He's dizzy with excitement. Good, yes, Kumbirai Kanda is the one supplying matches to MDC. And these matches are holed up in MDC Harvest House headquarters. So he had to send about 200 police force, 200 police to go and ransack the offices. What did they find? Nothing. What did they come out with? Computers. Can you find matches in computers? No. So, type here, the police force yatinayo in Zimbabwe. So everybody thought, everybody in this country, everybody, everywhere in the world, thought we've got a new dispensation. When ED was going around, Pagaiswa as president, telling people that he's as soft as who, and this is a new dispensation. He was calling for all people who are diaspora to come back home. Let's build our country together. That mantra alone made people thought probably this guy is reformed and could Kanagajwa election could simply hand over the country to the winner. And people hoped that. At least we now have a new dispensation. And you know what people expected of ED as a new dispensation leader? And people expected him to say, we are constructing airports. Like what I've said previously, that in Zimbabwe, when I'm traveling from UK and I live in Gukurahundi, why should I drop in Harare? There's Gukurahundi there. I should go drop at Gukurahundi International Airport and go home. When I live in Mashonaland West, I should go drop in Chinhoyi International Airport and go home. That means we should have 10 international airports in our country. In Bulawayo, there must be an international airport. In Uganda, there must be an international airport. In Mashingo, there must be an international airport. In Mutare, there must be an international airport. We've got many people outside Zimbabwe. So for a person who lives in Mutare to drop in Harare and drive 3-4 hours to Mutare, that mustn't be the Zimbabwe that we want. So we thought the new dispensation, as it is coming, will concentrate on opening these airports, Chinhoyi International Airport, Mashingo International Airport, Hwange International Airport, so that people will fly direct to Hwange from Heathrow Airport. We can have something is happening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just wind up Nukasira before I'm logged off on Facebook. Something wrong going up. So we thought the new dispensation, Yanangwena, Nana Chwenga, is there to build airports. Mukavaka 10 international airports in Zimbabwe, you create employment for a lot of people. We all know what an airport is all about. Shops, all about security, all about clean up airport. Quite a lot of jobs. You create a lot of jobs for one airport. Mukata 10 airports ano marana Emirates, ano maranani from all over the country, the world. The country will get rich. But instead of concentrating on building airports, they are concentrating on raiding MDC head office. 200 policemen. It's not a joke. Imagine how much each policeman get a month or a day for that operation alone, which is fruitless. And we thought probably they were going to revive the railway systems in Zimbabwe. Just imagine how many people will be employed by the railway system. If Zimbabwe has got 10 airports today, if they build railway system linkages, they would kuvaku Kwarare kwenda kuChinhoyi ndofana kukwira a bullet train and getting to Vamo Harare kupinda mukariba andifana kutora 2 hours ni train andidi ndoti kubva muHarare kupinda Bulawayo andori 2 hours, kubva muBulawayo kupinda muHwange andori 2 hours. Business nyika inoimprove, and that infrastructure, road infrastructure and railway infrastructure, inoemploya vanhu vakawanda. You find out kuti 16 million vanhu vari muZimbabwe vanoita vashoma kana mukacreata a railway system. So I thought The government was there to create a railway system and create employment. But they are not doing that. They are concentrating on Chamisa. They are concentrating. Every day they talk about Chamisa. Every day they drink, eat Chamisa. They don't concentrate about building the country. Even no opposition. Opposition no ruling party. You understand what I mean? The ruling party does not sleep with thinking about Chamisa, thinking about MDC head office, thinking about what they have inside their head office. It's a very small office house. I think it's about just 6 floors, a very small area. You don't concentrate on MDC, kind banditry. They will keep weapons in office house. So I don't know that you are like chimpanzee. Understand what I mean? These are chimpanzees like. So if all along I thought maybe Zanu PF was there to build new roads for Zimbabwe, which is not. They eat Chamisa, concentrate Chamisa, talk about MDC, sleep MDC, do this and that to destroy MDC instead of building new roads. Why can't you build new roads? Show Zimbabweans that we are different from Mugabe. We are a new dispensation. We have done a motorway. The Harare-Chirund road is now a motorway. Harare Beit Bridge is now a motorway. Harare Bulawayo is now a motorway. Why? And then show people your capability of running a country. Show us your capability of developing a country. Vakaka fly over. Gathering fly over. That's too primitive. That's too primitive for a government. Too primitive. So I'm looking at you guys building bridges. We need bridges in Zimbabwe. Last time I told you, if I go to Newcastle alone, I'll show you how many bridges are around Karwizi, Kanonzika upon time. Many bridges. Expensive bridges. But we cannot build bridges for our country. We are busy looking for catapults. We use the police to look for helmets in MDC head office. But we can't utilize engineers in the police force to build bridges, build roads. We have got accidents on daily basis because we've got narrow roads. So this new dispensation, from my point of view, they were supposed to have built airports, to be building airports now, reviving the railway system, building modern railways now. They are supposed to be building roads, because we are almost 100 years behind other countries. So we should be building all these things to catch up with other modern to catch up with the modern world. So instead of us building airports, railways, new bridges, highways, and new roads, we are busy with MDC, banning MDC, attacking Nelson Chamisa. And then you guys, you want to campaign in 2023 to be voted into power, right? For the past 6 years you have been in power, you did nothing for the people of Zimbabwe. And if you are voted in 2023 back into power, what are you going to do that you are failing to do today? You promised the people 1.5 million houses, which you never even built a one until today. It's 22 years. So you are a failure, Zanu PF. You are a failure. You are a ruling class without this ruling idea. You just want to be a ruling class, but you have got no ruling ideas. How to run a country? You can't run a country. You cannot run a country, Zanu PF. It's so shocking that you cannot run a country. I'm coming to who on Makorokoza. And I'll be showing you guys some videos with me before I close. I've got some videos here. I've got some videos. I'm going to play the first video where Zanu PF official was telling Makorokoza, Uyo, Mazona, who owns Makoro Mashurugu? Achiruta or Asarapeds? These are the people who own Mashurugwi, right? These are the people who own Mashurugwi. This is Zanu PF for you. Then they go and invade MDC head office. Kudanzi MDC head office. No, you know, ona Mashurugwi. No, you know, matches. Right. I've got this other video again that I want you to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Right, mamona ere anonzitsena ngamu weZanu PF. weZanu PF ari kuti anzi pamberi mberi nekuchera. Andizvati vanhu veMDC erawo. You see the violence that is happening nemakorokoza iwayo. This is Tsenangamu who is saying that pamberi mberi nekuchera aya mashurugwa aritaura kunzi vakomana varipo vachange vachikunyora imazita kana uchibva kupi uchibva kupi. That means this Zanu PF owns mashurugwi, no doubt, no two ways about it. And murona vanatsenangamu vachera vachi pamberi mberi nekuchera makorokoza hoye mashurugwi iwaya ari hoye vachifara. Then where is MDC coming in? Iri kupinda papi MDC? Vari kuenda. I'll show you the last video. Mavaona ere makorokoza vachidriliwa, right? These are the korokozas mashurugwi vachidriliwa vachiti Chamisa idhinde wedu, Chamisa dzoka mashure, what. Andisi kuziva kuti pane wamamboona ere weMDC panapo. Let's go. Mashurugwa. So guys, from this presentation, I think now you are clear who owns Mashurugwi, right? Vari kudriliwa mashurugwa, vari kupuwa military drill. And manzwa vachitaidaidzira who is the owner wemashurugwi. Tozokunzwa mufamba mutaura kuti MDC. There is evidence that achitaura ndikati this is 21st century. Nyaya dziri kutaurwa nana anonzi Mangwana, Nick Mangwana, dzekukwenya tuchemberedzi, dzekufuta anofungwa kuti nyika yese mipengo, because he was a mental health nurse, hadzina kwadzinomusvitsa. This is propaganda that doesn't work. Propaganda dzekuma 1980 dzaari kushandisa dzaishandiswa nana Mugabe. During that time propaganda idzo dzaishanda because pakusina ma-smart phones ayata now today. Aritora ma-videos amuri kuona. This is information at fingertips that you can access wagaramba mako, haubude panze unotenga newspaper, uite se zvinongopinda muWhatsApp mako otoona kuti ndozviriitika mashurugwi kaya rudhilo vari kurova vanhu. Uyo Zanu PF senior official aritaura kuti hakuna munhu anobvumirwa kupinda kana usiri weMDC ibva pano. Saka mashurugwi anozoita MDC sei ivo vanhu vainzi bvai pano kana usiri weZanu PF. Ndo ma-Al-Shabaab iwaya. Saka that seals the question, who owns Al-Shabaab, who owns mashurugwi. Manzwa vachitaura vega, kwete kuti hanzi tiri kutaura kuti ID ndiye anoona mashurugwi. Manzwa vachitaura vega kuti ID ndewedu. Mukanzwa vachitaura 2030 tinenge tiripo vachitaura. I've got the video. I want to play that video. 2030 I've got the video that I want you guys to see. 2030 This is the video. Uyo is one of the leader of Makorokoza. What I want you guys to look at these guys is, look at the type of knives that they are holding. Not matches only, but the type of knives. As Mazimba is secret. Look at the type of knives these guys are holding. Right, this is not secret. They are calling it. The guys, Mazimba, this is not secret. 2030 report, and you recently heard Idim Nanga saying 2030 Anenga Chipo, and this is their slogan. I am a Shurugwa and AMDC. Look at the type of knives that these people are holding. They are holding AK assault rifle bayonets, which are fixed in front of a barrel. These bayonets, you cannot find them elsewhere in Zimbabwe unless if you are a soldier, a policeman, a prison officer, or an air force officer. No one put panga aya. So most of these guys are soldiers. Avasma ordinary Zimbabweans, they are not youth, most of these guys, Mashurugwa. Atorima soldier who are killing people. Now it's bad because they've killed one of their own and they are trying to, they are blaming the MDC for the Al-Shabaab, for the Mashurugi that these guys created. Right, I'm going to talk about the mans. But 2030 and we know whose slogan is it. Manzwa forward it Manzwa ashadanganga kushopera where I'm coming from and where I'm going to. The conclusion that I have at the moment. So the whole country now knows who gave birth to Machete gang and who owns them. Right. So this Al-Shabaab terror group, it was used by ED in all the previous elections. And people knew it. These guys had machetes. They went around killing people in the Midlands province. But Havana kana muswano wakambobatwa. Remember in 2017, Jason Machaya na Makosin Hlongwane, they received, these were ministers and the other one was a Politburo member, Zanu, and they received chilling reports about Makorokoza, Al-Shabaab, but they couldn't do anything because Avangangwari Van Vaishandiswa na ED, who is now your current president. Right. So this Machete gang has been linked to Mnangagwa time immemorial. Roba uraya vanhu mnana kwekwe vanhu ivava nruda kukatwa futi. Hey, yeah, this is clear. The country is under hostage. That's clear. The country is under hostage from Zanu PF. That's true. That's true. I think video yangu yakuda kukatwa. Let me quickly summarize or finish what I want to say here. So the Machete gang, we all now know from these videos, we have got information at fingertips. Atiende unotsvaga information. Ma videos anenge achotorwa nema smartphone vanhu vanenge vari on the ground vachisenda ma WhatsApp group. Vakomana vanenge vaifata vata zviri kushamisira, but they are creating evidence to pin down ED and his government. So this Machete group is Al-Shabaab yawo yakunzi Mashurugwa. These people have been used. There are a lot of cases of violence that these people have been involved. There are a lot of murders that these people committed in and around Kwekwe. You know, it's a volatile area of gold mining, that area. And because of that gold, they've created these people, Nemuna Anonzi, Owen Ngue, I legislator, I think it's still the legislator who Goko, Anons Owen Ngue. this guy, popularly known as Muda, who is now the minister in the president's office. This guy is the one who spearheaded creation of this group known as Shurugwi, Al-Shabaab. It's folly for police force to go and look for matches to MDC head office. These matches are sold shops, and Zanu PF has bought them and distributed them to the Shurugwi people, but they don't want to see anyone who cannot MDC actually gold panning. You have heard it from this video that I played here. That can also msangano ibapano nofa and you heard that from Zanu PF officials. Information at fingertips, ladies and gentlemen. And this Muda is the one involved. Through July moyo. You understand? Both no mining rights, my gold claims and the vipers the partisan. You've heard that video supporting the evidence. So today, people are being murdered in Zimbabwe. Women are sexually attacked by this called Mashurug, who were created by Owen Muda, Owen Nue, and ED. And these people are raping people. They are killing people. You understand? They have been used to kill members of the MDC, Kuvakare. You understand? And they are involved in illegal mining of gold in Zimbabwe. Goride racho vachitorera vanenge vawana goride vachinopa vana Muda ne cheaper price. So we have blood suckers as government, ladies and gentlemen. They don't know peace, these people. What they know is bloodshed. They are actually trying to find a way to remove opposition or to remove MDC in Zimbabwe, which will never happen. That this will never happen. I assure you that Zanu PF, no matter what brutality or cruelty that they will use against the people of Zimbabwe, that will never remove MDC in Zimbabwe. Forget and smile, Zanu, I'm telling you. However, if we compare the current regime that we have in Zimbabwe and the current and the Ian Smith regime that we had previously, Smith did what these guys are doing. Mugabe did what these guys are doing. Mugabe going to take over what Smith was doing. For instance, he took over CIO. He never revamped it. And the CIO has continued with the killings, the disappearance of people in Zimbabwe. And the Mugabe continued with the CIO. And these guys, when they came in, they continued with the CIO. They are doing the same like Ian Smith was doing. Remember, Ian Smith agatora even one, agawaisa ma restriction camps, agatora vanu, agawaisa ma prisons, agatora vanu, agauraya vamwe. Ian Smith, vanu wakashaika wana stole wakashaika unana mtare kusakubva. Up to now, we don't know agaenda kupi. You understand what I mean? And the Mugabe did the same. It is doing the same. These are Rhodesian tactics that these guys are using to try and intimidate Zimbabweans from participating in nation building. So what I'm saying is, all guys, we have to rely to rally behind the MDC. The MDC is the MDC led by Nelson Chamisa. It is the only part in the world that has got people at heart. If Chamisa was a rebel leader, he could have even started a war because he has got the people. He has got the people. He has got some soldiers who support him. He has got people in the uniformed forces who support him. But MDC is for peace. MDC is for peace, ladies and gentlemen. MDC is for peace. It is a peaceful party that has been formed to do, democracy in a country. It's not democracy. Saka vananiki mangwana nezvimbo vasungata zvavo izvozvo zvavari kufunga kuti ivo varida kunga destroy MDC. Muri vana vadiki, you are young, very young. Mungangove machena misoro, machena kwese kwese kudai kuti ukumbu. But definitely muri vana vadiki in terms of thinking. we are analyzing your thinking to say, look, Murukuzwana Linda Masarira who does MDC name matches Harvest House. Linda Masarira herself, life Harvest House. She has never been an MDC official. And look at what she said during the Mohlane Commission. We are still waiting to see the bandits trained by MDC Serbia. That's what she said, that MDC trained the bandits in Serbia to remove it. We are still waiting for that. We have never seen that.
Come on, get out.
You understand? We have never seen that. We are still waiting for that. Saka, ladies and gentlemen, ndofunga muna na baba na mai vari muZimbabwe nhasi urikuwadziwa. Your mom being raped, your sister being raped by these Mashurugu people. They've killed people in Mandaru. They've killed people in Bindura. They've killed people in Chegutu. They've killed people in Kadoma, Kwekwe. They've been killing people. They've been raping women. You understand? Zanu PF is using this group to rape women. They're raping women. They're killing women. Just imagine. For no apparent reason. They come hack you down, kill you, rape you. And the government is watching. Surprisingly, when it comes to demonstrations, they take all the firearms from the armories. They take armored cars to go into the streets to shoot people. But they can't deal with the Mashurugis because the Mashurugis belongs to their president, belongs to their minister of intelligence. This is something that Zimbabweans we should take seriously now. We should fight for our independence, ladies and gentlemen. You have seen the videos that I have shown you. A Zanu PF official shurugu makorokoza pamberi kuchera. You have seen a video that I've shown you of a Zanu PF senior official saying this mining, gold mining or panning is only for Zanu PF people. If you are not Zanu PF Vapano, these people are registered. You have heard him saying that. These are registered people. ID yako yakatonyorwa ipapo and you are registered. Paunonyorwa opo wa machete. Unoregister opo wa machete. Unoregister opo wa machete. I played a video where you see the Monitor 2030 Tringetapo. And did you see the type of knives that these people are holding? They are not only machetes. They are bayonets from AK assault rifles. Where do they get those bayonets from? This is from the army. And I'm reliably informed that most of these guys are soldiers who are deployed there to look for gold for ON and ED. So who owns the Makorokozas? Who owns the Shurugis? The answer is clear, and it has been answered, ladies and gentlemen. Who owns the machete gang? It has been answered. Saka, now your presentation and try. I think I've made it clear that these people, they are wasting state resources, taking 200, 300 soldiers or a police to go and raid MDC head office. But when a policeman was hacked to death, they never even sent one police officer. They never sent even one police officer. They ran away when a policeman was hacked to death by these Mashurugu people. These people are more powerful than army. They are more powerful than the police. They never even deployed the army to deal with these people. Because they are their people. They can't send an army to fight their people. They can't send a police force to fight their people. These people are evil. They are evil. They are evil. They have failed to develop Zimbabwe, and now they want to kill every Zimbabwean. So it's a high time that Zimbabweans should come together and find a solution to deal with these idiots. And all what they did today, it just came from unfounded allegations by Linda Masarira to say MDC harbor machete gangs. And he took a picture of South Africa to say, look, this is the machete gang leader who is sponsoring the machetes. Honestly. And the Zanu PF government is happy to attack MDC head office because of the information they get from Linda Masarira. And let me not hesitate to say this. that this woman, this lady, Linda Masarira, she will die a painful death. I'm telling you. She will die like a dog. She will die like a cat. She will die like a donkey. She will die as she shandiswa ne Zanu PF and she will get nothing. Zanu PF, you know, kushandisa, yokupaka mari kacho yakupaka 200 ikako zvakataura maingidza zvezvo, and tomorrow they kill you. Zanu PF yakauraya vana tongogara vana vayo, yakabhomba vana chitepo vana vayo, kwakuzoti iwewe china iwewe. Une pfungwa dzakaora. You went to Mohlani Commission, you lied to Mohlani Commission. Now today you are lying with MDC harbors machete gangs. And we all know who created the machete gangs. We all know the formation of the machete gangs. It's very surprising that these unfounded allegations, police quickly act on them because they have been informed by Linda Masarira. Who is Linda Masarira? Unoona murume mukuru kudikitira mhanza iyi, kudikitira mhanza tapa mhanza. Hanzi ndiri kuenda kumusangano. Wobvunza muri kuenda kumusangano wopa hanzi we-lead. Wonzi president wenyu ku-lead ndiani oti Linda Masarira. Wonzi tione president wenyu woburitsa picture ya Linda Masarira oti uyu ndiye president wedu. Murume mukuru akati honestly ngatimbo reasonai kuti munhu akati saShepherd Yuda. Murume mukuru akati seni ndonzi nini ndo supporta lead. Nonzi president wangu ndi Linda Masarira. Regaindrege kuwanza unosara Shepherd unowanza. Because I just want this video to be short. Andidi maona. Saka ladies and gentlemen, zvandataura mazvinzo. We now know the whole story and the whole country now knows who gave birth to machete gangs and who owns the Mashurugwis. This was my presentation. Ndoziva kuti some of the words I was using are torturers. But ladies and gentlemen, I think with what I've said to deliver, to present to you, you have understood the birth of the Al-Shabaab, the machete gang, and who are the owners of these gangs. And I've shown you videos here about senior Zanu PF officials telling their supporters to say, look, this is for Mashurugu only, no MDC supporter here, and they were given machetes. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I've shown you a video where one of these arrested gang member were talking about 2030 will still be around, and the guys who were around him were holding AK bayonets. Those AK bayonets, you can't find them anywhere in Zimbabwe. It's either you can only get them from ZNA, ZPS, ZRP, Negu Air Force of Zimbabwe. That's where you can CIO. That's where you can get both Avanema AK and Anima bayonets. Those are bayonets from AK assault rifles. They are not ordinary knives. And my bayonets are unless you remember of the force. So the assertion is true that most of these Mashurugu are soldiers. Most of these Mashurugu are policemen, are police officers. So with that in mind, this is why you see the police rushed to barricade MDC head office looking for machetes. And to my surprise, they took away computers. I don't know whether these machetes will fit in computers. I don't really understand that. So instead of them going on the ground, deploying soldiers and police to deal with the gang on the ground, the state cannot deploy soldiers to deal with itself. This is why you see, even when this policeman was killed, they didn't even send soldiers because they cannot go fight themselves. These are soldiers deployed in the Mashurugu area, in the gold panning area, to make sure that all the gold goes to Owen Muda, all the gold goes to ED. And this is why he flies with a private jet, taking all the gold outside the world, outside the country, and invests there, like what Mugabe did, invested all of this.